So, not sure how many people want to watch this, but I'm building a Voron 2.4 350 mil. I'm gonna end up printing, various things and some automotive type parts, more than likely, so I can use at work. So we're on step one here. This is part one. Gathered all our extrusions, and I did go with Misumi. So then step one, we gotta have the M5 by 16. There's the 4 that are like this with the holes in them, you can see. And then there was 10 of these regular ones cut to the length. I guess it depends on what build you're doing there. But I went ahead and started all these screws in each end of them just to kind of quicken the process here. I do recommend having some kind of ruler or something to measure just so you can tell which bolts it is. So these are the M5 by 16 button heads. And I did find out, so I ordered this kit from FISEC from AliExpress, and they actually didn't give me the correct amount according to the bill of materials from Voron. So that is something to keep in mind. And they were heavily covered in oil, but I've got them cleaned up with just some mineral spirits. I don't know yet if they're gonna send me extras, but it is gonna be short. I skimmed the manual and it said needed them for all these, and then for the ones where the bed attaches to the frame, then you also need it for the idler pulley. So I'm gonna be short a few bolts. So I'm not sure how that's gonna go yet. I'm gonna use some of this, medium Loctite. That's what I had. And then I would suggest getting you a good set of T-handles. But I'm going to end up using my little Milwaukee driver here on a low setting. So first, I'm going to dab. Oh shit, that's a lot. Dab a little bit of Loctite on there. Recommend having some tissues if you're using the liquid kind. Screw that in a little bit more, and then we're gonna hook it in here like that. And then grab another one. A little bit of Loctite on that one. We're going to slide it this way just like the manual shows here. Just going to screw that in a little more first. Okay. So you do want to do it on something that's decently flat. My computer desk doesn't fit anything, so we're gonna go off of this old cabinet piece I had here, which I had my old Ender printer sitting on. So we're flush here. I've got it set on number 4. Get this one in. I am holding down kind of when I do it. It probably works a little better if the tool here is overhang so you can get a straighter shot at it. And just hold it flush there a little bit. So we're gonna go with that. These are 3 mil. I'm gonna use this just to get a feel for it. It's pretty good. So we have our first piece. And then the manual wants you to make an identical one. I can feel this one's flush. This one's just a little hair off there. And I have some squares I'm going to use too, just to check which seems okay. Works better if you have these screwed in a good bit, I think. So once you put some thread sealant on it, a little dab on each, screw them in a little further, just so there's less wobble when you put it into the other piece. This one. I'm going to set them both in. Okay. So we're going to hold them. And I'm hoping by these being the Masumi extrusions that it just might be pretty easy having everything lined up. So it should be a little more accurate than some Chinese ones, I would hope. Okay. No wobble there, nothing. This is the hard part because it's not going to be big enough. So it wants you to put it together like that. So I'm gonna do, let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be tough now because my flat surface is not good. So take another one with this hole in it. This kind. A little dab on both sides. Screw those in. bit of downward pressure. Screw her down. Oh, it's pretty decently flat still. You can see I'm kind of a little off, just a tension right there. We're gonna see how it goes when I put this last bottom piece on. Okay. Screw these guys in some more. Take our last one of these. Alright, so oops, we're right there in the hole. I wanted to do this one first. I feel like I need 3 hands right now. Okay. Hold down and both of these now. Isn't quite flush on the edge, so redo that a little bit. Okay. Pretty close. Square showing good. A little, maybe a millimeter of play there. Alright, next step is going to be just attach the 4 more. Just kind of scratching this scrap piece I had, so it may be worth being careful on whatever you're going to use to put it in. So I'm going to do both ends on this one and then slide it in. I did just notice if you leave the bolts out too far, with the way it sits in there, it kind of makes it wider just because of the depth. So having them even is probably better off. So you can do both. Okay. So here we are. So yeah. Gonna hold flat and flat, and then make sure this edge is real flush, and then screw her down. Oops, a bit came apart. this one, the same thing. We've already got the Loctite on it, so we're flush on top, flush on the edge. And we're gonna screw it in. Good. I'm just gonna rotate this again. See how much of a mess I made on this paper towel already with this. It's pretty runny. Oops. I really recommend something wide enough to fit this whole frame on, because it's kind of making it want to wobble for me. Feels pretty flush there, snugged up. Slid right in. Holding good downward pressure again. Checking that edge. Got a little bit of a lip there, so do it. Alright, just about done. I don't really have the accurate spot to do this. I probably need some better lighting as well. But if someone wanted me to do live stream on it, I probably can. Or just continue to make some short videos for each part. probably say don't use any power tools on this thing, but works good. Just make sure it's as flush as possible every time. I like using this because it gives me a consistent torque on each one. Or not have an inconsistent hand feelings. Okay. Well, it's a little bigger than I thought it would be, but I don't have any wobble there. Doesn't feel to be any. All right. Went around a bunch of corners with this. All felt pretty good. Maybe a hair. So then I grabbed my tape measure here, flexible one, and went corner to corners. And measured the top, and we're talking maybe a millimeter, which could just be human error of trying to measure and hold it steady by yourself. It was 83.5. Three and a half. This is maybe 1 mil low. Obviously, you can see that a little bit of rock, which I think it's just my board not being perfect. So I think I'm gonna leave it for now. There you go, see, like that. Sitting on the edge, and it's good. No wobble. All feels solid to me. I do think this is supposed to be the vertical. I don't know that it matters. Other than this piece, maybe? I'm not sure. So, yeah, feel pretty good about that. Next step is going to be the rails, I think. I have to double check the manual. So let me know if you still want to see some more videos. Got a whole pile of parts I got to start going through. I'm just waiting on my printed parts.